do realize that's YOLO, not YOLO. No, YOLO is the greatest and newest way to say you only live once. Mr. Contest Chair, fellow Toastmasters, and our guests, that has been on my mind a lot lately, and most of the time I hear you only live once, it's typically followed by, so choose wisely. I'm not really the best decision maker. I'm not good at being decisive and sticking to it, so I was thinking, this has got to be the motto for me. I can do this. I can make this work. So one day I'm at the grocery store, and I'm standing there in front of the ice cream counter, and I see Double Delight chocolate and berry vanilla. And I'm standing there, chocolate or vanilla? What if I buy the chocolate and I get home and I'm in the mood for vanilla? Or vice versa? What am I going to do? So I think about, you only live once. I think, you know what? I can have them both. That way I'll definitely have what I like. So I grab both of those, stick them in my basket, think, YOLO! And I'm on my way home. A day or two later, I'm in a restaurant, and I get the same scenario. I want this entree, this entree. Oh, I don't want to have regrets. Which one should I get? So I think about my ice cream decision. I'm going with 2. I'll take them both. From that point on, I decided this is a good way to do things. I think I'm going to just start choosing 2 entrees every time I go out. Thinking more about only living once, I decided it's time. It's time to take that trip to Germany I've been wanting to take. So I get on the computer and I'm arranging all my plans. Pretty soon in my head, I hear this voice from my friend. She has been planning this trip to Italy, and it's Italy this, and you can do that. Italy, 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 and I've always wanted to go to Germany. So the other side's Germany, Germany, Germany. Once again, Italy, Germany, Italy, Germany. What am I going to do? I'm going to do both. That's what I'm going to do. So I get my trip all set up, and then I take that trip. I'm going to tell you briefly about that trip because I still only have the week to do that trip. So I get over to Germany, and I'm in northern Germany because I just want to see the big cities, go to museums. I'm running around, taking pictures, and most of the pictures are either the entryways of the museums or their lobby. I didn't have time to go and see the whole thing. So after northern Germany, I hop on a plane. I'm running to the plane, not from my sightseeing, of course. I do take a cab to the airport. But I get on the plane, I get to southern Germany, because if you go to southern Germany, you have to visit Neuschwanstein Castle. That's what Cinderella's castle is based on. That's my dream, to see there. So I do go through all of Neuschwanstein Castle. I'm doing the power walk there, because they frown on running. So I get through that castle, I run down the hill, it's time to get on a plane again. I get on the plane and I get down to Italy. There are things you need to do and see in Italy. You need to see the Vatican, you need to see the Sistine Chapel, and you need to go on a gondola ride. When you think Italy, don't you think gondola ride? So I get on that gondola ride, and my gondola driver, I suppose that's what they're called, he's rowing the boat, and we have a nice leisurely ride, and I'm thinking, I should have rethought this gondola trip, because another word for leisurely is slow. And I can tell you, those gondola drivers, they're not happy if you ask them to row faster. So I finally got off that gondola trip, got to the airport again, flew home, because I had to get here to give my speech. I'm in my closet trying to find what I want to wear, and once again, indecisive me, again narrow it down to 2. I get there and I start making my choices, and I think, oh, I like this shirt, but I really liked this one too. So as you can see, this is my wonderful fashion for today. It's my 2 choices. Because then when I got this on, I couldn't quite decide, tucked in or not tucked in. I figured to go with both. Same thing with the shoes. Do I want pretty and shiny, or do I want flat and practical? Because I was a little worried and concerned about tripping up here. So I went with both. And if you'll excuse me just a second, after telling you about that trip, pausing to catch my breath just a moment. And remember when I told you I decided I'm going to eat 2 meals every time? Well, if you thought when I said that and you looked at me and thought, there's no way she can keep down 2 entrees every meal, you're right. But the plus side is, I have some beautiful pictures of some great bathrooms. There are some nice ones. But just a second. But think about YOLO, you only live once, so choose wisely. I'm thinking about that, choosing wisely. I'm beginning to think this might be a little too much pressure for me. I don't know, I'm choosing twice the choices, and I feel like I'm only living half the life. 2 choices, half the life.